It's not the Scarecrow I know, but scary nonetheless. Let's go. Geeks was poppin', DC Multiverse, McFarlane Toys, the Scarecrow from Infinite Frontier. Infinite Frontier is another reboot from DC. This is why I stopped reading DC, because like every 5-10 years they reset the entire continuity. It just gets so confusing and it's a bit ridiculous. I think Marvel has done a complete reset once and then they reversed it. I can rock with that. Anyway, you're not here for the comics, you're here for the Scarecrow. So looking at him in the box, I ordered him even though I don't know the character at all, or this version of the character, but he looks pretty dang cool. We gotta admit it. Let's check him out. Got the McFarlane stand and that dope black and white artwork card, man. That profile card is fresh. Yeah, that thing there is dope. A framed poster of that? Yeah. Story time. Jonathan Crane. As a young child, Jonathan Crane was subjected to sick and twisted experiments on fear conducted by his own father. Emotionally scarred and mentally unstable from the ordeal, Crane spent his childhood living in fear until he made an important realization. If he could control fear, it would never again control him. Over time, this interest in fear became an obsession. Graduating from college with a doctorate in psychology and specialty in phobias, Jonathan began experimenting on others, subjecting them to a hallucinogenic fear toxin he developed that brought out their worst nightmares. This dude looks straight out of Mortal Kombat. I really dig it. I don't know how they get the lime green and that kind of burnt blood orange to work, but man, this is a crazy design. Let's take a moment to bask in all of this bright colored, fear-inducing glory. Alright, buyer beware. Balance is an issue with this guy. It took me forever to get him to stand up, much less to stay standing up on that spinner. And just for your information, when I say stand up, before I put him on the spinner, I balance him on the table. So it wasn't just the spinner. Now my spinner, I've said before, it vibrates a little bit, so a lot of figures do tend to fall over. But this one here, he was falling over before I put on the spinner. I literally had to try and balance him probably about 5 times. And I think it was the 5th time I actually got him to stand for one complete spin on the spinner. So besides the fact that he really can't stand up, I dig him. First thing I noticed, McFarlane is moving away from those large circular joints that they usually put in the wrists and in the feet. So it's still ugly, but it's a lot smaller. Now on the foot, the ball joint is gone completely. They don't have that big ugly ball joint. One of the mega figures I reviewed from McFarlane recently didn't have either of the ball joints, so I was hoping that was a sign of things to come, and it looks like they may be moving away from it, so I am pretty happy. Oh, Necron, it was the Necron review. But looking at him, look, this hair is great, mask is great, loving the straw hat. And look at these claws. I mean, he can give Wolverine a run for his money. I know they're probably not adamantium. I know they're not adamantium, but hey, they'll scratch somebody. And you got this loose tubing. You have this loose thread hanging from his, what is it, robe or tunic? Looks like straw or swamp wreaths or something here. It's a really nice figure. Now, I don't think we're going to get a lot of articulation because of all this extra baggage. And he can't stand, but he's a nice figure. I'd buy a statue of this for sure. Alright, so on the head, we have this tube connected, so you probably don't want to get a 360. But how far can we turn? Alright. He's having a little trouble getting over the shoulder there. I don't know why. And, oh. Yeah. Popped off. That is a long neck stem. Alright, so you probably don't want to do a lot of turning with that head there. A little bit of up and down, but not much. Tilt. Oh, come on. This is the type of character that needs a tilt. Yeah, there we go. Tilt left. Tilt right. Yeah, evil characters that are spooky They gotta have that head tilt. Arms get yay high. He is not much of a hugger. Over here, this waving tunic prevents it from coming in much further, but the free arm over here doesn't come in a lot closer than that one, so you're not really missing anything. See the angles there. Wingspan. Double jointed elbows. Give you pretty decent range. Got a lot going on there. I don't see any butterfly joints or anything in there. Looks like it's on a peg. You can get a 360 there, but I'll just spin it around. Now you're not getting a bicep swivel. There isn't an independent bicep piece. It's part of the upper arm. Oh, I'm such a liar. Couldn't see it. Oh, let's switch this other arm. Oh yeah, there is a separate bicep piece. It is just really well hidden. Look at that. You can get a 360 around. Nothing at the forearm. 360 at the wrist. But you got these tubes connected, so you don't want to do that. Now the one advantage of those ugly ball joints is they turn, so you can get vertical or horizontal wrist movement. He does have an ab crunch. Don't know if the outfit's gonna let us do it. Oh yeah, yep. He does actually get a little bit of forward motion even with all that garb on. Gets a little bit of willy way back too, which you can't really tell because of his outfit, but if you look, see the angle going backwards there. And then I straighten him up. Oh, the waist was involved in that. Hold on, let me see if I can hold the waist still. Okay, so actually you don't get a willy way back. This piece doesn't move. It's the waist piece that moves back. We live and we learn. Looks like we get a 360 at the waist. No, actually, now it's the opposite. That upper abdominal piece spins, waist does not. Or let me double check before I say does not. Yeah, waist does not seem to spin. There's no thigh articulation. I wish there was. It would help with the balance because this guy really needs it. No calf articulation. And then you do get 360 at the ankle. And then 360 on the foot. He does give you one heck of a split though. Double jointed knees give you sick range. He's like a ballerina. Double jointed knees give you sick range. He's almost like a ballerina there. He's bringing that serious Van damage. Kick range is shallow before his leg starts to flare out. Not really a prancer. But by George, he is quite the dancer. No rocker for the ankles. Full disclosure, he is leaning against my backdrop. I didn't have the patience to get him to stand. He was fighting with me. Up to the tip top of his hat, almost 8 inches. Pains me to do it, but I had to whip out the McFarlane stand. Shh. Oh, we're throwing a green party. Ooh, ooh. Dude, he just fell over even on the McFarlane stand. I can't. All right, I don't know about you, but I'm quite ready to render my verdict. I like the figure, but not so much the action part. His balance is trash. Even with the McFarlane stand, it's hard to get him in a good stance because his ankles give way. McFarlaneisms rearing their ugly heads. He looks phenomenal though. I mean, he's great. If you can get him to stand on your shelf, well, he's an A+ addition. But I can't look past. But being able to stand is like one of the most basic things for an action figure. So I don't know what to tell you. McFarlane is hit or miss. A lot of figures in the past month or so that I've absolutely loved, more than usual. But this one goes back to the old problems. The balance, the articulation. If you could turn those calves and turn that thigh, you'd probably be able to get some balance out of them. But as it is, because everything's basically straightforward except for the ankles, there's not much you can do to get him to stand, especially because the outfit throws him off balance. But again, I love the look of him. I just can't recommend him on account of you're probably going to be picking him up off the floor every other day. But hey, it's not my opinion that counts. You're watching for your opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Sound off. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications, share a link to another plastic addicted fiend that loves the DC multiverse or just McFarlane toys in general. Thanks for all the support lately. Channel's been picking up a lot of subscribers in the past month and a half. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something right or you guys are just bored, but I'm going to keep it coming. All right, till next time, geek out.